Hard to believe that it has been almost a year now since that famous escalator ride kicking off Donald Trump's presidential campaign. And now he is the last man standing in a formerly crowded field, the majority of them being seasoned politicians. Kevin Cirilli is a reporter with Bloomberg Politics, and he's been covering the Trump campaign from the very beginning. He's been firsthand to witness how the billionaire went from a punchline to a presumptive nominee. Kevin joins us from Trump's rally in Spokane, Washington. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm doing well. I want to ask you first and foremost, during the primary season, we heard that Trump was not going to be accepting donations. Would that be changing, perhaps?
Absolutely. In fact, this week, Mr. Trump will be hosting a fundraiser for New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. It comes after his top aides have said that the Trump campaign is now forming a finance committee and that they will begin fundraising not only for their campaign but also for the Republican Party. They insist that they want to get as many Republicans elected as possible so that if Trump were to become president, he would be able to govern with a Republican-controlled Congress.
I want to pull up some polls, and I know that you're probably not able to see it there because you're at a very busy rally right now, but I want to ask your observation as the campaign has gone on. Initially, before Donald Trump announced, this was back in June, he was polling right around 4%. And then you fast forward, after he announced, he was polling 11%. That's a huge jump in a very short period. He is now the presumptive nominee. I want to ask, from someone who's been following the campaign so closely, what has it been like to watch this happen over the course of really just a couple months?
You know, over the past couple of months, I have been all over the country and I've interviewed countless voters, including people who are against his candidacy, but also the many people who are for his candidacy. And the people who support him are loyal to him. They believe that they want a political outsider, someone who isn't going to be beholden to anyone. And they really feel like the political process and the political system as a whole hasn't heard their voices. And they see a fighter in Donald Trump. They see someone who is going to get to Washington, shake things up, and candidly bring back the economy that for so many Americans they feel like hasn't really improved since the economic collapse.
You know, there's been so many reports that Donald Trump has just sort of been flying by the seat of his pants, but I also read an article that said that he had planned this campaign years ago, that he had applied for the trademark of Make America Great Again just 6 days after Obama was reelected. So the man, the myth, is it true that you feel like it's a calculated campaign that he's running?
Well, I think it's a very strategic campaign. I don't think he would be able to win if he didn't have a strategy. But I do think that you're right. He has always flirted with the idea of running for office as far back as 1990s when Oprah Winfrey asked him if he was going to run for president. He's always been asked those questions. And of course, you know, in the past couple of years and in 2012 as well, we also heard rumors that he might be running for office. So this is something I think that he is willing to do in 2016 because he feels that his company and his oldest children are willing to inherit his company. So he feels this is his moment and this is his time.
All right, Kevin, we only have time for one more question. I have about 30 seconds left. We know that the reports is that Clinton is sending staff members across the nation focusing on the general election. Are you also seeing that within the Trump campaign?
I am, and in fact, just in the past couple of days at the rallies, Donald Trump has taken to Hillary Clinton on the stump more aggressively. I think, candidly, the playbook that he's going to use is the same playbook he used against Jeb Bush. It'll be interesting to see what happens next.
Well, we can't wait, and we'll go to you first for all the news. Thank you so much, Kevin. We appreciate it.